So we're in receipt of many documents now. First from document from the SWD with 300 777 items, mainly concerns on benefits and social pension, most of which were replied with via email. DSWD, where are you? Mamaya. Ikaw ba nag-submit ito? Can you?
We are from the SWD.
Yeah, who submitted these 777 concerns?
Yes, sir.
So what is replied with email means they're happy?
Um, for now, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So he's assisting you?
Miss.
Daisy Caber po.
Okay.
From
Is he employed by, is a responsible officer of DSWD?
From the legal po.
Legal. Wow, that's
Sir.
nice.
Yes, sir. Hindi. From the legislative lesson.
Thank you. Congratulations to DSWD. We are also in receipt of a file with 343 complaints. Kanino to galing? Also from the SWD? Kanino to galing?
Yes, sir.
Also from the SWD?
Yes, sir.
So mostly provided with technical assistance. Ano ibig sabihin? Binigyan ng pera?
Kindly. What, sir?
It says remarks, provided technical assistance.
Sir, sir, for that, it was for referral to the DSWD for assistance for our
May I
programs.
recognize Congressman from Albay, Congressman Luis Gutierrez. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Ano ba? That refers to referral to our program, sir.
Programs mean to say email.
I think it's a referral, sir. We'll check on our records on regarding that, sir.
Bartap not sure ka. Are you about Bartap not sure?
No, sir.
Just nakapasa nga siya. Ayan. All right. So we've disposed of two large documents. Now we start with another document. There's another document which will form part of our total. Ang dami, kapal ng report nito. 343 mainly concerns on discounts rather than SOCPEN, complaints against neighbor, who handled this? Kayo. Number, sorry
Mr. Chair,
yes.
if I may, I think it came from the NCSE.
This one came from you?
NCSE, yes.
So how did you solve this complaint against neighbor?
These are sent to primarily to the OSCAs first, because under RA 9994, OSCA has this
Capacity
for the senior citizens, sir.
to arbitration? For
For
ADR,
mediation, sir.
is it called ADR, Alternative Dispute Resolution?
Part of the our mandate is to enforce the law, so we send this to OSCA for their resolution first, sir.
Since ikaw mag-chairman ito, may TWG, I think you better take note na the alternative dispute resolution should be enshrined in the way we handle all these concerns. Okay? Tama
Yes,
ba?
sir. We will actually our chair is also um uh sponsoring or looking at the constructive dialogue among the local government
It's the
units.
same word. It's okay. O, constructive dialogue ang gusto niya. Okay. So,
And then yung later, yung earlier, sir, kanina, the 343 list also came from the NCSE po.
okay. So,
Yes, sir.
pakilagay nga na NSS dito. Ang dami-dami. Okay. Siguro ang report namin magiging ganito. And hindi, lahat daw. Lahat daw to. NCSC, NCSC. Okay, this one, this 5,711 comes from DSWD, no?
The 5,711 came from NCSE also, sir. It
Because-
is broken down into as follows: inquiries, complaints related to SOCPEN, etc., and the online registration of the NCSE, sir. As what the honorable chair and the committee requested last meeting, sir.
Okay. So wala naman dito. So most of them were acted upon.
Sir, actually, most of them are
Acted upon.
acted upon.
Yes. So 4,326 out of 5,711 were disposed.
Yes, sir, these are related to the online registration, and we already acted upon on those inquiries and clarifications, sir.
Okay. So we have a new set of problems. Also from you, no? So, pero na-solve to, no? Food Panda, Zomato, Grab, SMC Hub. Ano ba SMC Hub? Lala Food, Mangan, Delivery Guy, Metromart. Isa lang ang nagreklamo. Oh. Lahat. Inaway niya. Philippine Airlines, I think we already have may recognize the prosperous District of Bulacan, Congressman Ambrosio Cruz Jr., soon to be part of Albay. Andox, Andox, I think we've taken care of that. Tinuhog ni Benny, ano yun? Ano to meaning, sir, ng tinuhog ni Benny?
Sir, yung mga fishball po yan, yung mga on
Are,
site. Yes.
are they under the law?
Sir, under the law, as under establishments under 100,000 pesos and below are not covered by the RA 9994 if they are considered as such, sir.
So ito mukhang hindi naman.
Yes, sir. If you may po, yung sa remarks po namin, once po na we were able to, our legal officer were able to send them a copy of the DAO or the Joint DTI and DA Administrative Order number 1, series of 2010, they were enlightened about the matter. So, yung mga, some of these po are already addressed.
Ba nasagot mo, ha? Okay. Nature Spring, Angels Pizza, are they required? They are a big chain, but they are individually, they are franchisee. So do they fall under the 100,000?
If their capitalization is above 100, they are covered, but below, not po. They are not covered.
So the franchisee, so we better put that under the new law that the franchisee should have 100,000 less, and there should be somebody who will make sure that they are under 100,000. Okay. Malahatpat.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
if I may also clarify, yung tinuhog po ni Benny, meron din po silang restaurant. So, yung restaurant na
Almaca.
ah,
Almaca.
franchise nila, ano po siya, covered by RA 999 po.
So ano nangyari? Nagbigay siya ng 20% discount.
Ah, check. Metro Manila lang nakalagay. We'll check po the exact location po nung
That's
restaurant po
okay.
nila, sir.
Malahatpat. Okay na submit na hindi nyo. MetLife branch. Ano yung MetLife? Saan ba yan?
Sa may ano sir, sa may
Post office?
Manila Bay, sa may Manila Bay.
So no action here. Baka pinapaya ko lang sila tapos so wala.
Sir, pardon, anong page po, sir? Yung
Oy, page 2 pa lang ako ha.
live.
Wala. Ito na naman si Miss ano, destroy the booklet. Wala.
Sir, we will look at the ano po, yung details po nito.
Okay, the barber shop, Greenwoods, Executive Village. LD address complainants' concerns via email. May I recognize the beautiful Stella Luz Kimbo. Barber shop.
Honorable Chair, if I
Yeah.
may, we put remarks on the list that we gave the committee.
Yes.
And there, we put there our legal division address the complaints via email. So with this,
So after that, it's gone.
they haven't.
May I recognize
We usually our legal department, legal officer usually put in our letter that they are encouraged to officially put on record or official complaint via affidavit their complaint so that we can help them in the process.
May I recognize Congresswoman Mila Aquino Magsaysay of the United Senior Citizens Party List. Pati barbershop, pwede ba yun? Magkano ba barbershop? Maglilimit ba tayo nito? Magkano malimit? 200 pesos? Ang subject to discount?
Sir, it depends on the establishment, sir. If it is 100,000 below, it is not covered by RA 9994.
So, kahit 10 piso na lang, may 20% pa lang.
If
Are you
if it
suggesting,
is
wouldn't it be practical na pag less than something, wag na nating anuin? Mandami-dami na nga bullying na are you suggesting? Or Danis, would you consider na if the unit price is less than 200 pesos, then wala ng 20%? Or
I think pwede natin
let's consider that.
ano sa wait, let us
Ikaw,
consider.
tingin mo. Pag ang unit price ang liit-liit. Oo. Yes, barbershop.
Barbershop.
200, I think. I pay 200 eh. But it's not in the law, huh? Kasi we're trying to formulate a new law already. Yeah. Robinson Guagua, Primark Guagua. South Star, okay na yan. Grab, okay na yan. Landers Superstore. Is Landers around? Para you can go. You don't have to come back. Oh, then we have to invite you. Andox Cavite, pumunta mismo may-ari. Diamond Supermarket. Uy, dami namin imbitahan. Save More Supermarket, Park Mall, Cebu City. Nako, tayo ba magbabayad ng ano nito? Eroplano? Baka may opisina sa Manila, hanapin mo. Malones Pharmacy. Tokyo, okay na to. Pumunta. Mercury Drug, pumunta. Robinson's Supermarket, pumunta, no? Yes, I think they did. Because they own this already. They own South Star. They did. Mercury Drug, okay. Supermarkets in SM, Walter Mart, Super 8, Shopwise. Ang dami naman nireklamo nito. Kaaway niya ang mundo. Mercury Drugstore. Okay na to. Oy, hindi ko ititigilan hanggat ano, ha? Pag-ibig Fund. Ano nangyari dito? NCSE?
Sir, we'll get the documents, but this concern was already endorsed to Pag-ibig Fund, sir. Sir, if I may, before proceeding with the reading of all these establishments, it is exactly our point previously that
Tingnan mo naman, lahat sinasabi ko na sumagot na sila, na lumusot na sila. Ayaw
Yes,
mo
sir.
niyan?
they
Bakit?
already responded, sir.
Precisely, did
Yes, sir.
Pag-ibig Fund respond?
This was endorsed to Pag-ibig. That's the last documentation
I
we have.
throw an arrow to the air, it fell to earth, I know not where. Yung ba ang sagot mo?
We will update you, sir, on the developments of
Okay lang yan. San Pedro Litson. Addressed. FCB Healthcare Drugstore na Manuel Banson, Balanga City, Bataan. Endorsed complaint. Malones, Malones na naman. Red Ribbon. Pumunta ba dito, Red Ribbon? Pumunta na. Nag-explain na siya. Alright, konti na lang, oh. Paredes Medical Center and Hospital. Ano ba ginangyari dito? You address the complaints concern via email. Continuous engagement to complainant with LD. Ano to?
They are still being addressed by our legal officer, sir.
Ano nangyari dito? Yung hospital ba dapat magbigay ng 20% discount?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Libre ba sila sa BAT? Di ba libre natin sa BAT yan?
Medical, sir.
During the bayanihan. Hindi nga, pero we exempted them for perpetually, including the schools. Retroactive pa nga eh. Hindi, oh. Basahin mo yung batas. Apartment 2452. Buti wala itong pangalan. Ano nangyari dito? May discount ba ang apartment? NCSE? May malapit na tayo matapos, oh. May,
Sir.
sabihin mo lang kung wala o meron.
Sir, I'm just waiting for our legal officer, sir. He's just in the parking area, sir. He's the one who handled
Oy,
this.
DSWD, libre, may discount ba ang apartment?
Oh, tayo, sir.
As far as we know, sir, they are not giving discounts because discounts for senior citizens are for basic needs lang, for foods and other stuffs.
It's not in the law.
Yes, sir, we'll check on that.
Not in the law ba? Hanapin mo nga rental.
Ut-
Oh, it's not in the law.
It's only for utilities, sir.
For,
Utilities, Your Honor.
hindi all. Gusto ko mabuhay kayo hanggang 120. SM Supermarket, pumunta na dito. Grab Food, pumunta. KFC, pumunta. May I recognize Congressman Dale V. Corvera of the 2nd District of Agusan del Norte. Thank you very much, sir. Ay, hanggat hindi pupunta dito Jollibee tsaka McDonald's, hindi tayo matatapos. Grab Food, SM Supermart, pumunta. Cristela Restaurant, naayos ba to? Wag na, anonymous ang nag-complaint. TGP General. Akala mo, basta-basta na lang to. Pananagutin ko kayo. I was the first chairman of oversight. I will go through this line by line and I'm telling you, I will not stop. If you think you just submitted the paper, you didn't. You submitted an existential concern. Sige. McDonald, hindi pa pumupunta. Cristetam. O itong McDonald, padala mo na to ng subpoena.
Your Honor would like to respectfully make a manifestation.
Are you McDonald's?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, but I would have asked for a subpoena. Anyway, now, yes, sir. Do you give discounts?
Well, first of all, Your Honor, good morning. And on behalf of our President and CEO, Mr. Kenneth Yang, and our Managing Director, Ms. Margo Torres, we'd like to thank you for inviting us to be resource persons in this committee. Unfortunately, they are abroad, so they sent us. I'm Attorney Choi, I'm the Public Affairs Manager, and we also have our channels. In charge with our marketing channels, Mr. Ronald Manzo. And as for your first question, Your Honor, Sir Ron, I'd like to submit to my colleague on the computation.
Good
Yes,
morning, Your
sir.
Honor. Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? All right. Good morning, everyone. So, since 2010, McDonald's is compliant in terms of SED PWD. So, in terms of computation, for the meals, no, different permutation, but for a basic meal, like a cheeseburger meal, we divide we less the 12% and less the 20% in terms of the
So
discount.
your usual one
Yes.
divided by 1.12 times 0.2.
Yes.
You divide that entire bill by the number of senior citizen
Yes. So dependent on the number of IDs submitted
equally.
per meal, yes.
But wala pa kayong McDonald's sa Pulangi Albay.
We will soon, sir.
Kailan yun?
Pulangi Alba. Yeah. It's part of the pipeline. Sir.
Ayoko. Pakisagot nga.
We'll get back to you on that, sir.
Ano no?
We'll get back to you on that, sir. Specifically in terms of pipeline. Yeah.
Mabuti naman. So itong mga McDonald, okay na. So nagbibigay sila. Okay Dan, tingnan mo. Oh. Ang dali-dali lang. McDonald, puro McDonald. Eastwood Mill Mall Parking.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
sir, good morning, sir. Attorney Raul Academia from Jollibee Foods Corporation. You mentioned Jollibee a while ago. So,
Yes.
yes, sir. Sir, in behalf of the company and our President and Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Ernesto Tanmantiong, thank you very much for inviting us for today's hearing. Sir, Jollibee, as a policy, we also provide discounts to senior citizens and PWDs. In 2023, I believe we had hundreds of thousands of transactions over 3,000 stores nationwide of different brands. And
Ibig sabihin, mas marami kayo kaysa McDo.
hindi naman po, sir. And for 2023, I think we only had a little over 500 complaints in terms of SCs and PWD discounts. So in ratio-wise,
So
we
yung
are very high.
discounts, so yung concerns were addressed.
So the concerns were addressed and are being addressed, and a lot of them actually pertain to queries in relation to how we arrive at the discounts in favor of SCs and PWDs.
Why did you put that there?
Paano pong put it where, sir?
200 divided, ano ba?
Actually, we similar to McDonald's process, we divide the transaction amount by 1.112 to arrive at a transaction.
No, you divide it
amount.
first by the number of senior citizen.
Sir, sa amin, we divide it first, correct, by the number of persons in the group.
Yes.
And then the transaction value per person, we obtain the we divide it by 1.112 to arrive at the transaction value per person net of VAT.
Okay.
And then from that figure, we also multiply that by 0.2 to determine the appropriate discount for SCs and for VAPs. And then that sum, the VAT deductible and the SC or PWD deductible, that is applied on a per beneficiary basis, which the total amount of which is subtracted from the transaction amount of the group, sir.
Nandun mo yun sa pindutan. Wala.
Nandun po sa POS machine, sir.
Nasa POS. Kayo nasa POS din.
Yes, Your Honor. Can
You
be
want
found in our
us-
POS machines as well.
Sige lang.
How do you determine the number of customers per order?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much for the question, Congresswoman. For dine-in, it's easily verifiable because the cashier or the people at the store can determine the number of persons, which will be the denominator in terms of computing the transaction value per person.
Sorry, usually it's just one person who makes the order on behalf of a group, right?
Yes, ma'am. Pero sa table, but over at the table, the waiters can count it. So you know actually the number of persons who will be partaking or sharing the group meal.
No,
Now,
but- But
however,
you do the transaction while ordering, right?
yes, ma'am.
Oh nga, so but
But-
then the waiter does the counting after the transaction?
Ma'am, when the bill is paid, actually. So in between commencing consuming the food and before paying the bill, the people in the store can actually determine the number of consumers per order.
Kasi Mr. Chair, if I may,
Yeah, please.
pag order mo, walang pakialam yung waiter. Even for the chair, for the tables, wala sila. Hanap ka. So, ang ginagawa, bayad ka muna, saka ka makakuha. Yes. That's not true, attorney.
Sir, if I may, pagbayad po, tatanong din naman po kung ilan yung kakain eh. So nakukuha po nila.
Kung gusto mo, sir, kakain tayo ngayon. Ako maglibre sa'yo.
Uy, wag naman. We're here to
Sir,
solve this.
Sir,
That's not, I'm sorry, Mr. Chair, but I'm just telling what is happening on the ground. Wala hong ginagawa yung cashier to ask questions kung ilan kayo. Especially if nakapila ang mataas yung pila.
Mr.
Anyway.
Chair, tama po yun.
Yes, ikaw.
Yes,
So
I
we
mean,
can
Ma'am, may I proceed?
yes, madalas po ako umorder sa McDonald's at Jollibee. So I know exactly how the transaction works and I was never asked. It's not a routine question. So kaya ko tinatanong, binibilang niyo ba yung drinks? Kasi hindi ako nag-order ng drink. I mean,
Okay.
so kaya ko tinatanong, paano niyo dina-determine?
Ma'am, it depends po. If the channel is, if the consumption is off-premise, meaning
Hindi, doon muna tayo sa usual. Kasi fast food yun di ba? So, pupunta ka sa counter, mag-order ka, magbabayad ka, saka mo kukunin yung order mo, saka ka maghahanap ng mesa, uupo ka, kakain ka. At never ka pakikialaman ng server, hindi po ba? In fact, ikaw nga mismo magtatapon ng sarili mong pinagkainan. That's the usual fast food experience na alam ko. So, hindi ko po alam yung sinasabi ninyo na may pupuntang waiter at bibilangin po ang tao na nandun sa mesa. So, ewan ko po, attorney, kung kayo po ay nakakain na sa sarili ninyong restaurant, fast food.
Grabe ka naman. Ibig sabihin, sa McDo siya
Kasi
kumain?
dati parang nasa ibang corporation si Attorney Raul, di ba? Baka bago siya sa Jollibee.
Ba't ka ba tanong natin sa Jollibee? Mas masarap ba ang Chicken Joy kaysa Chicken McDo?
McDo
Oo.
kasi ako eh.
Mukhang
Loyalist ako.
pinapaboran mo kaya
No, hindi. Pero regardless, it's a
pinipeste mo.
question that we will also ask McDonald's.
Let's give him a chance.
Not me first.
You can freely answer without anybody butting out. So what happens?
Sir, the number of people who would consume the group meal is actually determined also by ma'am. I would
Change your answer.
there may be some nuances in terms of validating, but in terms of dine-in, the number of the transaction value per person is actually determined.
Mr. Chair, simple lang ang tanong ko. Meron po bang routine na tanong? Kasi sa pagkakaalam ko, sa dalas kong pagpunta sa Jollibee at McDonald's, walang routine na tanong eh. Ilan po ba ang customer?
O, tingnan mo,
Meron po bang
nagtinginan
senior?
na yung dalawa. Oh.
May senior po ba? May routine? Diba? Yun naman dapat ang tanong. May senior po ba? At kung meron, ilan po ba ang customer? That will not take more than 20 seconds, diba?
I think
Your Honor.
Chicken Joy needs help from Chicken McDo. Dali na. Sige, sige.
Your Honor, I think the protocol with regard to that, as per our operations, it would be the number of meals ordered, because per meal or per item has a corresponding serving size.
But there's
For-
such a thing as a la carte. Kasi
Yes.
you have a choice, a la carte or meal. So,
Talagang
Just
alam
to
na
us.
alam mo, ha?
of course.
Drive-through girl ka, ha?
Your Honor, my colleague from McDonald's would like to take the.
Yeah, for a la carte orders, we follow the JMC protocol wherein we can identify the main entry, side dish, the
Sorry,
extra
I mean,
dish. So
you're
we give
trying to
different-
confuse us eh. We're just asking for the general rule.
Yes. So for a la carte orders, the general rule is to give
Okay,
this.
balik tayo dun sa tanong.
Yes.
Yes or no lang po. Ano po yung routine to determine kung nag-a-avail po ba ang customer ng senior citizen discount? And if yes, paano niyo po nalalaman yung number of customers? Kasi dun sa formula, importanteng malaman yung number of customers sa bawat order.
Agree. Depende po sa permutations nga po, iba-iba rin po, no? Kung
Can
malaki
you use the mic, sir?
different permutations kasi different scenario, meaning if how many persons will order and present the ID. So ganun po siya, no? If it's a group meal, like for example, they ordered for a 6-piece McShare, and one ID is only presented, since the 6-piece McShare is good for 3, we divided it by 3 and then give the discount to one ID presented. So basically, it depends on how many IDs presented as well.
Yun.
Senior ka na ba?
Naman. So in short, so if I order and I present 3 IDs,
Lagi
the
naman.
assumption
Ano
is
yung ba masama?
there are 3 seniors in my group and there are only 3 total customers in my group. 100%. Ganon?
Yes.
So ang denominator 3 kagad.
The
So
percentage,
kahit na 6 talaga kami sa group,
but there's
so
only
dapat-
3 IDs presented.
Oo.
It will be
so
given
ang
discount to the 3
denominator is
persons.
3, hindi 6.
Yes.
Kasi di ba usually, so ganon.
Yes. So the ID presented, which entails to provide them the discount. So we give discounts to the 3 persons of the 6 group.
Okay.
Okay. So
May I first recognize one of the brighter stars of Congress in the next
Mr. Chair, sorry may we ask Jollibee if they do the same
I
thing?
just recognize Congresswoman Isabel Maria Zamora of San Juan City. Jollibee, please answer,
Yes.
Stella.
Sir, we're validating right now the exact process with your indulgence, Mr. Chairman and Congresswoman Timbo. And then as soon as we're able to validate how we actually determine the number of persons, we will revert immediately during the hearing.
Oh,
Sir, is there any other question?
does that satisfy
Mr.
you?
Chair,
Yes.
1 minute only. May we ask the COMSEC to recognize all those?
Okay. Actually, I'm about to do
I'm
that.
sorry.
According to the stenographer, please, we need to identify the resource persons. COMSEC, please recognize the resource persons.
Thank you, Your Honors. From the BIR, we have Attorney Ron Michael Uy. From NTRC, we have Mr. Donaldo Boo and Mr. Ronald Yambao. From DTI, we have Director Marcus Valdez. From DOH, we have from the Department of Health, Director Herna Manatad. From DSWD, we have Miss Daisy May Caber and Attorney Mark Anthony McLean. They say he is the first blind lawyer. Congratulations po. From DOLE, we have Miss Jazz Sumalinog. From DPWH, we have Attorney John Alexander Valderol. From DICT, we have Mr. Ricky Hernandez and also Engineer MC Neil Adan. From MMDA, we have Chairperson Attorney Joseph Salud himself. Good morning, sir. From the National Commission of Senior Citizens, we have Acting Executive Director Emmanuel Daes. From National Council on Disability Affairs, we have Attorney Ria Rizal Ramos. From Persons with Disability Affairs Office of Quezon City, we have Miss Deborah Dacanay. From PhilHealth, we have Vice President Dr. Bernadette Lico. From the Drugstore Association of the Philippines, we have President Vicente Briones. From Philippine Retailers Association, we have President Roberto Claudio. From PRA, we also have Director Attorney Paul Santos. From Jollibee Foods Corporation, we have Attorney Raul Academia. From Golden Arches Development Corporation or McDonald's, we have Mr. Ronaldo Manso Jr. and Attorney Jose Gabriel Petrache. From Angkas, we have Attorney Carlo Hauro Castro. From Anytime Fitness, we have Senior Vice President Mary Ann Constantino. From Rustans, we have Miss Joanne Copua. From Philippine Amalgamated Supermarkets Association, we have President Stephen Coa. Sir, Your Honors. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So with that, I think alam mo, ayoko naman sayangin yung mga oras nyo. The chair actually discharges Jollibee and McDonald's.
Chair,
So they
are
can
you going
go.
to discharge them now?
Yeah,
Um,
because they have work to do.
but Attorney Raul has not answered.
He promised he will write in writing.
But Mr. Chair, before he leave,
Okay, you can interrogate him.
Ma'am, we're in the process of validating with the office for dine-in transactions. What is the exact mode by which we are able to validate the number of consumers who will be partaking of a group meal? And then we will revert during the hearing or after the hearing in writing as to the
So you
process
stay?
as to
Can
the
you
pro-
stay?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
just
Yes.
2 points, Mr.
Kasi
Chair.
we usually let them go para they can do their job.
Just 2 points lang po. Kasi Mr. Chair, it's very unlikely that the senior will be the one to order. Kasi sa fast food,
Magdadaya tayo.
hindi po. Usually, yung batang kasama ng senior ang mag-order at pipila. So, sana naman po, merong routine na yung may senior po ba nakasama? And then,
Yung
if,
ID nga daw ginagamit nila.
hindi, I mean kasi para malaman kung mag-a-avail at kung ilan para kumbaga ma-facilitate yung pag-avail. Yun lang po. Or maybe there's a sign sa harap na kung may senior, i-prepare na yung ID para mabilis yung transaction. And at the same time, number 2, sa tingin ko, dun sa sabi ng formula sa atin na i-divide by the number of total customers in the group, parang hindi rin naman yata tama na yung number of IDs. Kasi kung let's say 10 kayo sa group, tapos isa lang yung senior, parang hindi rin naman yata tama yung pag-implement nung sinasabi ng McDonald's, di ba?
Pakisagot nga, Mac.
Di ba? So, siguro kinakabahan kayo, pero
No,
di ba? Kasi di ba, malulugi kayo naman. At baka ma-abuse din itong sistema natin, di ba? So, sana, ang sa amin lang is, para sa seniors, ma-facilitate ang pag-avail, but at the same time, ayusin ninyo ang pag-implement. Yun lang naman di ba? Para fair sa lahat.
Yes, Macdo. Pero di yamak na masarap ang McFlurry.
Yeah, since only one ID is presented out of the 10 people, we only provide discount to that one person that presented the ID.
1 divided by 10. Hindi yung sinasabi ninyo kanina na 1 divided by 1. Yun ang pagkasabi ninyo kanina di ba? So that's why ang tanong ko is kailangan ninyong malaman kung ilan yung total number. Sa ngayon, hindi nga maliwanag kung paano nyo binibilang yung total number of customers sa group. In other words, hindi maayos, Mr. Chair, unfortunately, ang pag-i-implement ng pag-avail ng senior discounts. Pasensya na po, but that's how I view it.
As shared, there are different permutations like depending on the situation we're in. If it's a separate meal per the 10 persons, so we give discount to the specific meal of the senior citizen. But if the
You know,
permutation
it's
is a
just-
meal,
Mr. Chair, just let us know kung ano yung assumption doon. So, kung bibilangan nyo ba yung, as I said, it could be, we assume that the number of drinks is a proxy for the number of people. I mean, it could be as simple as that, but at least if you tell us that there's an attempt to count the number of people in the group, and there's an attempt to count the number of seniors in the group, at the very least, kumbaga, at least, na-assure kami na merong effort sa pagpapa-implement nitong batas natin. Pero kung ganyan ang pagsagot ninyo, kinakabahan kami na baka wala. So yun lang po. Kaya sana po, ayusin niyo po sana ang pagsasagot ninyo at sana po ibalik niyo na po ang matcha flurry.
Ano sinabi mo?
Sarap kasi yung matcha flurry.
Totoo naman eh.
Ibalik
Saka
niyo
yung
ang twister fries.
chicken fillet, di ba? Oo, masarap din. May McDo app only recognizes one PWD or one SC. Please call NCDA. May issue daw sa McDo.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, honorable representatives. So I would like to take this opportunity that we have both McDo and Jollibee here and perhaps also the other private establishments. One report we've received a number of times is with regard to the ID. So na-mention na rin ng McDo kanina yung ID, right? Perhaps this is something you can easily address by adjusting the system. We've been receiving reports, for example. So there's this mother, 3 of her children have disabilities. They all have autism. Now her concern with the app is that when she orders, the app would only recognize one PWD ID. However, that means her concern is that if she has to order 3 times, then she would have to pay delivery fees 3 times also. And parang magulo rin yun na iba-iba pa yung order. So it's a simple request, perhaps, that you can adjust your online system to take into account if someone who's ordering has multiple IDs. Because as raised by the good Congresswoman Stella Kimbo, sometimes in a family, there are more than one who's entitled to the discount. So that's one thing we wanted to raise.
McDo, can you answer that?
Your Honor, yes, would like to respectfully make a manifestation with regard to the information that was divulged now. That complaint was actually raised to us through our customer care, and that we've actually done the extra mile with regard to providing this mother with the service that she
Wag na yun.
requested.
Sagutin mo na yung...
Yes po. Kasi po, Your Honor, in the JMC 01-2022 with the DTI, DSWD, NCSC, NCDA, DOH, the ILG, and BIR, Section 6.3 provides that for multiple senior citizens or PWDs in a single transaction, the customer should inform the merchant of such fact and for the establishment or for the merchant to grant the additional individual privilege. Your Honor, with regard to that particular complaint, that mother, what we've done is that our store would call the mother and ask her if she will be availing more than, or if she will be using more than one PWD IDs. She usually just notes it in our McDelivery app that I will be using more than one ID, and then that's where we call her, and then we apply, we adjust the discount for 3 people. So I'd like to believe that we are compliant with what the JMC provides with regard to multiple IDs in single transactions.
You're not okay, no? NCDA?
No, we appreciate the action taken. However, our recommendation or request is that if that can be embedded in the system itself, because for example, it's difficult if you will have to do the same process to each and every complainant. Whereas if there is a provision in the system, or like for example in the app that you can key in like all these IDs, then they wouldn't have to complain in the first place. So that's just a recommendation.
Your Honor,
Thank you.
Yes.
further manifestation, please. What I mentioned earlier was merely an interim solution being introduced by McDonald's just so we could provide the service. However, our marketing channels, as is led by Mr. Ronald Manzo, my colleague right here, they're already formulating an additional algorithm with regard to the improving of the McDelivery app, no, so that a family discount or multiple IDs in a single transaction can be used
Pati na lang,
in an
ganun.
automated manner. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. I think that puts it to rest. Can you just na lang, write us just exactly how you will yung paki-describe lang yung proseso. Pati na ikaw, John.
Yes, Your Honor. Will be.
You want to say anything? Yes. Mr. Kabayan?
Maraming salamat po, Mr. Chair. Just a query, Mr. Chair, with respect to the implementation dito po sa 20% discount dito sa PWD at the same time sa senior citizens. I'm just wondering kasi di po ba required po palagi yung ID? So is that wala po bang exception yan? Wala po bang tinatawag na face value, Mr. Chair? Kasi maraming beses, kitang-kita mo naman na talaga na senior. Hindi mo maikakaila na senior. Wala po bang little consideration? Kailangan pang hanapin talaga na ID, mag-present ka ng ID mo. Kitang-kita mo ng ugod-ugod. More than what you're actually requiring, kahit hindi mo kailangan ng ID, ang tawag po dyan sa batas, res ipsa loquitur.
Sige na nga.
You don't even have to prove it dahil kita mo na talaga. Pero, ang tanong ko, wala po bang little consideration in the implementation of this particular requirement na dapat mai-present siyang ID sa'yo?
Magkano pa ba yung rules? Uy. I think we will. There are how many? 50 who have to answer that question.
Pili na lang po tayo, Mr. Chair. Pero yun nga, mami, di ba ba? Kitang-kita mo na talaga na, pero sasabihin most likely no senior citizen,
We will,
ay nakalimutan
we
ko
will
po.
consider that in the TWG. Some kind of a prima facie.
What percent of ID?
Pero problema ko dyan sa iyo, yung it is your duty
No, Mr. Chair, for example, di
to
po ba?
bring your ID.
Lalo na pag mga senior, medyo makakalimutin na, di po ba? Given naman po yun. Hindi lahat. But there are instances, sorry, hindi naman po receive sa locator po, Chair, kasi hindi po pa po kayo senior.
Senior na.
Pero hindi halata. Apo, so may mga iba po medyo nakakalimutan. Kaya pagdating po doon, sasabihin po nila, ay, sorry. Pero kitang-kita mo talaga. No questions asked, quote and unquote. Except that, wala siyang ID. Ang tanong,
Ano ba yun?
wala po bang little consideration in those instances?
Chair.
Yes.
I think kasi they need the number of the ID for tax siguro,
Why is
tax
it
deduction.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we'll put that to rest.
Yung ano po doon, how do we address
We
those
will
little
have a
concerns?
TWG to address that kasi we cannot have 40 people answering that question. It's in the law.
Kasi yung batas po
Is it
naman,
in
Mr. Chair,
revised civil code? Does anybody have a law?
Is that-
NCS,
Boss.
yes.
As chairman of the technical working group, we will consider your suggestion.
Okay,
Maraming salamat po, Mr. Chair.
okay. Jollibee, you can go. Macdo, you can go. Okay. Para wala na sila matanong.
Thank
Habang
you, Your
nandito
Honor.
kayo, tatanungin kayo yung mga yan eh. Sumagot si Johnny. Academia, after this, can you wait for Stella?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Yes, Congresswoman. We will wait, sir.
Hindi, isa-isahin ko na lang to ha, para hindi ako masyado one by one. Hindi naman sa nag-ano ko. GrabFood, TGP, parking. Kasama ba? No. So it's for you if you want to put it. Edna's Cake Land. Kawawa naman to. She's not here to answer this. Kensa Bakery. Kayo, sulat ka na. Taste of Joy Branch. Ano to? What is joy? And how do you taste it? It's a restaurant. It's in South Mall. Patient Care Medical Health Services, Monte Carlo Building. Is that subject to 20%? NCSE? Ikaw na lang, baba.
If it falls under ano po yung services, it is considered, sir.
Like,
And by the way, sir, if I may call our lawyer is now here. If I may call Attorney Alba to answer that.
it's okay, you're there. Dermatology, subject to 20%. Like gluta. Gluta, subject to 20%.
No, sir. I think gluta is part. It is not part of the ano.
Hemotel. 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 Inkibawe, Bukidnon. New Venture Shell Station. 5% discount to? Shell
Sir,
station.
in case of motel, sir, it is considered as a service, and it is part of the 20% discount, sir.
So it's part. So motels are part. May mga matatanda ba nagmo-motel? Di. O kailangan ipakulong nyo. Joke lang. Okay. Shell station. Is that part? Shell station. Can you answer that? Uy, babae. Shell station. Is that part of the law? Psst. Ikaw magaling eh. Oo, alam ibang magaling. Ikaw lang eh.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. No po, Your Honor. It's not included.
So Shell station is not. All right. Penelco. Ano to? Electrico. Subject to discount ba yan?
Sir, it is part of the 5% discount, sir.
Okay, 5. Maraming nakikinig sa atin. So maganda yung nalalaman nila. Log House Cafe. Obvious naman to. Restaurant. Subject to 20 ba yan?
Subject to 20%, sir.
Bollywood Restaurant. Alona Panglao. Kasama.
Subject to 20%, sir.
Mercury Drug, sumagot na, etc. Mercury Drug, Red Ribbon, sumagot na dito, di ba? Nandito ba si Red Ribbon? Pumunta na ba ito dito? What? They did? So, doon na lang sa TWG. Edna's Cake Land, Max Restaurant. Yung Max ba pumunta dito? Sa TWG na siya. Ying Restaurant. Chow King. Oy, Jollibee, sa'yo to.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm not aware of that particular incident.
So,
relation to
you're
Chowking, but-
denying Chow King.
No,
How
Your Honor.
dare you?
But we will, Sir, but we will, if we could be kindly furnished with the details of that particular
Ba't
complaint. and
wala
we
na
will
yung
address it, sir.
salt and pepper, ano? Parang that's my biggest complaint.
Sir, we will ask our store operations.
Oo, yun lang in order ko dyan eh. La Fortuna Bake Shop. Akala nyo makakalusot kayo? Apong Iska Pansitan and Eatery. Andox, okay na to. Mercury Drug, okay na to. O malapit na. Government Hospital of North Sogaray. Ano tawag nito? Hoy, NCSC. Anong problema
Sir,
nito?
the inquiry is merely for the policy of the hospitals related to discounts.
Ano yan, discount after PhilHealth, before PhilHealth? You discount first, then PhilHealth later?
After PhilHealth, sir.
Madaya ba yun? Yan bang gusto mo? Makakatipid ang PhilHealth. PhilHealth, are you here? Where do you apply the discount? Before or after?
Good morning, Mr. Chair.
Yes, ma'am.
Yung PhilHealth po, yung ano po, yung senior citizen, ina-apply po siya after ng ng VAT exemption ng 12% then 20% ng senior citizen, saka lang po i-apply yung PhilHealth. So third pa po yung PhilHealth.
O, ikaw nga, sagutin mo yan. Iba yung pinagsasabi mo. Tatanungin mo. Tama ba yun? Akala ko tali-talino mo.
But that doesn't, diba, Mr. Chair, we have case
You
rates.
talk to her.
We have case rates for PhilHealth, diba? So, hindi ba, parang for me, Mr. Hindi ba dapat after you deduct?
Yung ginagawa nila, total bill, less 12%.
And then,
Alam mo ni divide nyo, isa lang naman may sakit. Tapos, less 20%, less PhilHealth. Ganun ba yun?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Nasaan ang Bicol dito?
Pinadala sa hospital.
I think you have to change that. It should be less VAT, less SC, less PhilHealth benefit. Alin?
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
hindi mo kasi maintindihan yung PhilHealth eh. Wala namang percentage. Kung ano na lang gusto nilang i-discount, yun na lang i-discount nila. So after the 20%.
Can you put that in writing, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
So we will what? How do you want them? Also, ipakulong din natin dito. Ang tama to.
Dapat divided by 1.12 times 12.
Tapos, SC discount muna. Tama nga. Ang nangyari nga, we have a sample here coming from Bicol. It's obviously wrong. So, your VAT exemption is not, you just compute 12%. It should be divided by 1.12. The SC discount of 20% is applied on the net. And then less PhilHealth benefit after the SC discount. During the TWG, I think we will require PhilHealth to be present. Okay lang. What's your name, ma'am? Don't worry.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Dr. Bernadette Lico from PhilHealth NCR po.
All right. So, Baliwag. Ito hindi pa to napapatawag. Greenwich, sa'yo din to, no? Psst, sa'yo din to? Bakit ba
Yes,
kasi
Your
lahat
Honor.
binili nyo na?
Sir,
Same answer. Okay, Bruno's Barbershop. Ano ba to? Magkano ba sa Bruno's? 500? 600? 350 lang. Red ribbon, napunta na ba dito? Malapit na ako eh. Huwag ka nagagalit na kasi yung COMSEC ko kasi sumunod daw ako sa script. May sinubmit eh. BIR will present a computation later. Okay. Holiday Land Restaurant. You think you really escaped this? No. Ocean Jet Life and Shipping. Is that subject? Miss na matalino? Ocean Jet.
What is Ocean Jet, sir?
Transportation, obviously.
Transportation. It should be, sir, under transportation, 20% discount.
All right, thank you. Light Shipping Corporation. Chunghwa Hospital, subject also.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. GT set. Everything but cheese. SM Fairview Branch. Kung everything but cheese, hindi. Ano to? BPI. Ano yung problema nito sa BPI? Credit card. Annual dues for senior citizen. May ganun ba, ne?
Sir?
Yes.
Credit cards, for persons with disabilities, no discount on annual dues, but I could not speak for RA 9994 for senior citizens po.
But
Sir, sa PWD po ako. Sir, not all provisions are similar. Actually, the other thing I wanted to note a while ago with regard
no, we will
Okay.
integrate. We will have a comprehensive, integrated, and sino ba yung ikaw?
Sir, as far as the RA 9994 is concerned, annual dues as considered as membership is not part of the benefits accorded to senior citizens, sir.
Sa
For annual dues or membership fees for the credit cards, not included, sir.
Pautangin pa ba kayo? Baka mamatay na kayo bukas. Hindi, joke lang.
Mr. Chairman, GCash or Paymaya. Service.
Sige.
Service
Papag-uusapan natin. Grab, already answered very well. Cafe France, sa'yo na naman to. Binenta nyo na ba to?
Sir, it's no longer part of the Jollibee store network.
Alright, malapit na, one page. Shoppers Supermart, Tagbilar, ang dami nito. Okay. 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven, subject ba? Uy 11 ang 7-Eleven ko.
Sir,
Subject,
same for same applications like when you buy from the grocery. So if they are basic or prime commodities as listed sa list po ng DTI, Your Honor.
Makukulong ba ako pang hindi nagbigay yung mga yun?
Okay.
Actually, I will open one new more. So, what?
Well, sir,
5%, tapos 1,000.
5% po, opo.
Tapos 1,300.
Yes po.
Okay, I'll better make sure. Nathaniel's, ano ba to? Buko salad is subject to 20%. My God, French baker, is that yours? Hoy, Jollibee. Kaya nga pinapalis ko na kayo eh, ayaw niyo umalis eh.
Ano raw?
Is that yours, French baker?
No, sir.
Health Services, obviously. Fat Boys Pizza. Royal Kitchen Seafood, obviously. Robinson. Rason Shopwise. Halos lahat dito. Small Carinderia. Ano to? Subject din ba to? Less than 100,000 naman to eh.
Sir, I believe that's from the list of NCSC, not
Dance Buffet Restaurant. Emergency Department of Adventist Medical Center, Manila. Nasagot niyo ba to, NCSC?
They're all replied, sir.
Replied
Acted
positively.
upon, sir, by the our lawyer, sir.
Lydia's Kitchenette, Herbalife, Grab, Makati Med. Okay, last page, Makati Med. All right, McDo again. But I still like your ano, don't worry. Your McFlurry and your ano. And last one, Himlayang Filipino Memorial. Is this last page yan talaga. Wala na.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes,
how about yung mga GCash service fees, PayMaya?
I don't know. Bahala ka dun. Huh? We will call them on the PWG side. There's a PWG. These two girls are inside this. And di ba sinama siya? Okay, so
Mr. Chair, sorry, just earlier we were talking about PhilHealth. I just did some quick computations. The system of PhilHealth is more beneficial
to
to
the
seniors. Yeah, so meaning it's
retain.
Better to subtract first the senior citizen discount, then PhilHealth.
Ang problema, di ba, yung pag-divide niya ng 12%, hindi divide by 1.12. Pero okay na nga yun, 12% is higher, di ba? Okay, retain na lang.
And then yung question niyo po, Mr. Chair, on the haircut. Ang problema dun sa if you set a
Is Roque
floor,
around? No, wala naman si Roque. Okay, now may I call on the honorable. Yes, sir.
Mr. Chair, if I may, this is just on a personal
It's okay.
experience.
Siyempre,
Oh,
dami mo experience.
I may be allowed. Last Saturday, my wife went to one of the grocery stores here. I'll specifically mention SM Supermarket Fairview. So we got a lot of stuff for our personal consumption, and the total bill was something like 16,000. So ako nakapila because she was answering her phone. And when I was about to pay, I asked the cashier, magkano bang binigay na discount? Sabi niya 65 pesos. Regardless of the amount, is only 65 pesos per week. So I told her, sabi ko, Miss, under the dapat may discount. Pero that's the management instruction. So I want to know, ano bang stand ng wala tayong SM representative dito? Wala ho? 65 pesos. In spite na malaki yung binayaran, 16,000 pesos for the basic commodities, food, the chicken, the meat, the rice, and so on and so forth.
And NCSC?
Hanapan ka pa ng booklet. Ano yung, that's my personal experience last Saturday, and for the first time akong sumama.
Sir, if we may refer to a joint DTI-DA administrative order number 10-02 series of 2010, under section 3 discount, every senior citizen shall enjoy a special discount of 5% of the regular retail price without exemption from the value added tax of basic necessities and prime commodities listed under section 2A and B of this order. The total amount of said purchase shall not exceed the amount of 1,300 per calendar week without carryover of the unused amount. And then if we deduct the tax plus deduction of the 20%, that would only mean 65 pesos per week, sir.
Okay. So, I think we have to repeal the law. Paano yan? That's an administrative order. So, paano yan? Who will prevail? The law or the AO? Mr.
NCSC, ano?
NCSE.
Government, that's a government agency.
Yeah, that's for the senior citizen, right?
Yes.
Administrative order as against the law. You don't have the lawmaking power. Eh.
So 65 pesos lang talaga.
So I believe that would be a great consideration for the committee to look into, sir. Especially the 1,300. The law was created 2010. Even the department order was promulgated 2010, and it's already 2024. 2024. Perhaps it's high time to review the such
Or-
provisions, sir.
Ordan has work to do. Thank you. It's duly noted, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, now
Chair,
may I
Chair,
recommend.
pwede mag-comment lang? Chair, pwede mag-comment lang?
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Honestly, Mr. Chair, yung binabanggit po nila, it's just an administrative order. Hindi naman natin kailangan ng batas o baguhin yung batas para lang po ayusin po nila yung administrative order. So, ang concern ko po kasi, Mr. Chair, itinuturo nila ngayon, kailangan baguhin, magkaroon ng technical working group meeting para dyan. In fact, they can anytime change it in order to make sure na yung administrative order is consistent with the intent of the law. Hindi ko maintindihan bakit kailangan nilang ituro yung committee, kailangan nilang ituro yung batas.
Okay.
Mr. Chair, Mr. Chair,
Sino yun? Yes, Congressman.
I think, Mr. Chair, the law provides 5%. Tapos yung dalawang DTI yata at isang DA tasked by the law to promulgate yung rules implementation. Kaya yun. And in fact, I filed the bill spending in the committee to increase the 5%.
Nasa iyo
to
pala.
8%. Yeah.
Okay. So,
And may review na after 3 years. Kasi yan batas walang review. Kaya 2010 pa yung pinaka latest na discount na binigay.
okay. Mr. Chair.
Taas na lang
Yes.
natin yung 1,300.
Yes, precisely, Mr. Chair. Hindi kailangan po ng batas kasi nagpeg po sila ng 1,300 eh. Pero sino nagpeg po noon? Sila rin. And anytime they can change it. Even right now, pwede po nilang baguhin po yun to increase that particular amount.
Mr. Chair. Okay, to put some order lang kasi we will come across those anyway, can I listen? Are you my classmate?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
All right. So
Way back. Mr. Chair, just to clarify to the good congressman, no, 65 pesos po is 5% of 1,300 pesos, which is the maximum. That's why they mentioned, because we're thinking of 1,003. Tapos biglang naging 65, parang ang liit, di ba? But that is 5% of 1,003 po. I mean, kaya po yun ang nabanggit po sa inyo.
Mr. Chair, that's correct. Because I was not aware of the AO. I was relying on the law. So my question now is, sino mag-prevail? Ang law ba or ang administrative order? And they can change that anytime, according to Congressman Salo.
And also, if I may add, that's for BNPCs, no? Basic necessities and prime. That's why may pila po, kaya may matagal pong pag senior citizen lane kasi nga kailangan i-sort, no? And then may maximum. Kasi nga, ang control doon is the fact that someone might start a syndicate if walang limit, and you can buy as much as you want, you can get as many, hire as many senior citizens and start your business, no? So run someone out of business po. I mean, I think that was what the safeguard po, why that was implemented, why that was added po. So,
after she starts. Now, at this point, thank you very much, Mr. Stephen Kua. May I now recognize for the PWD, Congresswoman Isabel Maria Zamora.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. But before we go to the next question, may we get the comments first of Angkas, Attorney Carlo Castro. May we know how you give senior citizens and PWD discounts?
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning po to our esteemed congressmen and our colleagues. Angkas is fully compliant din po to all our laws mandating the senior citizen and PWD discounts. Ang unang tanong po siguro is how do we implement this? I can summarize it po into 2 steps. Step 1 po is basically nandun po sa ating website. Meron pong link doon. It's for a one-time registration. I-upload lang po doon yung ating senior citizen or PWD ID. And then may turnaround time po tayo ng 5 days maximum, upon which pending the approval, once approved po, the customer po will get a code that he or she can input po for the rest of the year na po yun. So it's a one-time process lang po. Once you get the code, all your rides po will already incur the discount. The discount po is buo, 20% po of the total fare. So that's how we implement it. However, Mr. Chair, maybe I should go already to because we're aware that we received a complaint. No, there are a few complaints po that were lodged in our office. At ang punot dulo po nito, Mr. Chair, again can be summarized into two. Number one is clerical, meaning meron pong defect doon sa documents or pag-upload ng document. So that's one. Yung pangalawa po is system error, meaning it's on the tech side po, Mr. Chair and Your Honors. Ibig sabihin po, after a certain threshold, yung bandwidth po ng ating back system, meron pong mga application na hindi lumulusot. For 2023 po, Mr. Chair and Your Honors, we have resolved all of these complaints. But kung meron pa pong mga pending na complaints, especially for this year po, for the balance of 2024, we're more than happy po to respond to the complaints po.
Yeah, you can respond. Can you put your apps here?
Yes,
We wanna
Mr.
see
Chair.
that.
Apo.
Baka naman yung button for senior citizen nasa help center. On the last page. Sino magpapakita niyan?
Mr. Chair, while Attorney Castro is setting up, may we ask now the representative of Anytime Fitness Asia Corporate about their discount. Good morning. First of all, thank you for inviting us here and allowing us to address the complaint that was raised to us. Well, for the discount of Anytime Fitness, actually, we are very much compliant. So far, fortunately for our industry, we have a database of our membership, as we're a gym membership. And so far, out of our total membership, we have total of more than 6,500 discounted membership under senior citizen and PWD. For the discount, we apply the discount mandated in the IRR for senior citizen and the PWD, which is taking out the 12%, 1 point the VAT, and then applying the 20% since we are under recreation. The gym is under recreation, so that's how we compute the discount. Now, I understand that we have a complaint that we received last September 2 from NCDA, and immediately last September 4, we actually responded and addressed that complaint. And for that particular complaint, the person that the complainant actually did not join. The person inquired and unfortunately was not able to present the PWD ID during that time of inquiry. So that's the reason why it was not granted. As in the law, you must present the PWD ID to be able to avail the discount. However, we did respond to that, and the decision of the complainant is not to join anymore during that time. So we are not able to grant the discount to that particular person. But so far, that was addressed during that time within the 48 hours required by the service recovery team that we implement in Anytime Fitness. Again, if there's a promo for your rates in Anytime Fitness, how do you apply the discount? Okay, thank you for that question. Actually, it's something that I picked up last hearing. We actually follow the 2010 IR, which actually says that for a discounted or promotional price,
we don't anymore apply the 20% discount. We apply whichever is higher, the discount. So for example, if our discount is 15% discount on the published rate, we do apply and recognize the 20% discount. However, if in any event we give a higher discounted promotion, then the discounted promotion, which is higher than the usual senior citizen and PWD, applies.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Okay, so this is Angkas.
Yes po, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I'm sharing on the screen po. This is a direct link po. This sa website po natin, you can directly access it. It's very straightforward po, Mr. Chair. Kukunin lang po yung pangalan po nung nag-register. I-upload lang po yung ID and then indicate po yung disability and the expiration date which we will match po with the ID that is uploaded. And then once you click submit po, Mr. Chairman, that will be included in our system. Turnaround time po is 5 days, upon which you will get a one-time code which you can use po for all your rides na po, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chair, I just noticed po dun sa mga nakaraang pong nagsalita. I think the key request is really making this user-friendly. Ibig sabihin, very accessible from both the app and the website. Currently po, Mr. Chair, this is accessible sa ating website. So very much noted po, Mr. Chair, that we should put this in the user experience as well in the app itself. So we will make the necessary adjustments po.
Thank you. So, ikaw ang chair. You want to recognize her?
Okay, Congresswoman Kimbo.
Invite naman ng chairman.
Yes. Madam Chair, I just have a quick question for Angkas. Have there been any reported accidents involving senior citizens?
Wala pa po, Your Honor, Mr. Chair. No accidents involving senior citizens po.
Right, so no additional rules when the passenger is a senior citizen?
Additional rules, ma'am, in the sense of we have a dedicated, meron po kaming general hotline, Mr. Chair, Your Honor, but we have a dedicated hotline for escalated cases. These are sexual harassment, complaints of a criminal in nature, and those that require immediate medical attention. So those complaints filed through those hotlines po, we have a 24/7 online medical team and an emergency response team po, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, but so far wala naman incidents.
Wala naman po, Mr. Chair.
Baka to meron sexual harassment.
Okay, let me ask this to the different LGU groups here. Are there additional privileges to PWDs not state that are not under our laws, meaning
Ordinances.
under city ordinances? What are these privileges, and how will these additional benefits be affected if we implement a national PWD ID? Maybe start with the PDAO Office of QC.
Thank you, Your Honor. In Quezon City, Your Honor, we implemented the full digital registration of persons with disability IDs and senior citizens IDs. We will furnish the committee with our city ordinances. So we have po the QCE services app where yung aming pong mga not only for the persons with disability ID, but all IDs of Q citizens, meron po kami QR code, and this can be validated through our website and through our QCE services app. Kaya po doon sa ating mga establishments, once na po na ma-present yung ating QC ID, where ito po ay persons with disability or senior citizens, this can be easily be validated through our website or through our QCE services app. Your Honor, we also have po the assistive devices ordinance, where kasama po dito yung prosthesis or orthosis, dahil ito po yung mahal, no, yung mga amputee po natin na kailangan po ng artificial leg, no, that would cost 50,000 to 100,000. So sa QC po, we have po the ordinance na to institutionalize and magbigay po talaga ng funding para sa ating pong mga assistive devices. This also includes braille devices, customized wheelchairs, Your Honor. And we also have the incentive ordinance na ngayon po ay inaayos namin, where the establishments who will hire persons with disability will get incentives sa aming local tax. No? So, ang amin pong 50% of the salary of a person with disability or senior citizen na ma-hire sa mga establishments po namin, 50% deduction sa local tax po sa Quezon City. We also have po the Kasama Ka Inclusive Employment Program, where the Quezon City government employed 300 persons with disability. This is in compliance po sa sinasabi po ng 1% positions or sa government offices or agencies. So sa Quezon City po, 1.2% na po yung aming QC government persons with disability employee. And on top on that, we hired pa po 300 persons with disability sa aming 39 offices and departments in 4 months. Your Honor, kasi marami po tayo mga persons with disability who has the capacity to perform, who has the skills, like person with autism or deaf persons with disability who are graduated. But yung kanila pong opportunity to be employed ay only for housekeeping or janitorial. So in Quezon City po, Your Honor, we provide the productivity, the opportunity for them na ma-hire po sila sa capacity po na kung saan sila nag-excel. And yung in return po, because we piloted the program last year, we will introduce a regular program na po siya na naka-invite sa Quezon City government. Where I would like also to mention Jollibee food groups because right now we are developing partnership where the Jollibee will hire sa 54 stores po nila sa Quezon City. At doon po namin kukunin yung aming pong mga na-train na persons with disability na aming i-refer po sa aming mga ka-partners po na private establishments.
So if there's a national PWD ID, would you still issue or implement these programs that you have in Quezon City? Because apparently you have a lot. I mean, I'm sure you have more than the other cities. So how would you react to having a national ID?
Your Honor, we are supporting the access of applying the national ID. In fact, right now in our PDAW office, we have a specific desk for the national ID. No? So yung PSA po ay ngayon po ay nasa City Hall para po yung mga persons with disability po na nag-a-apply for their IDs. Also, nag-a-apply din po sila sa national ID. They have the accessibility. In Quezon City, Your Honor, dahil kami po ay 1/4 ng NCR, we have 7 PDAW offices. We have 6 mini city halls na ma-access po nila yung iba't ibang mga programs na nasa main city hall. So because we have the automated system, we generated po around 62,000 persons with disabilities for 2023. We have the specific database for that, and in fact, we have 100% uploaded the data to the DOHP or PWD, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. Can I go to the national NCDA? What are the other PWD privileges that you are aware of, and how would you respond to having a national PWD ID? So I think Ms. Devi Dacanay already mentioned a number of the other existing laws, like for example, the mandatory 1% for government employees, and then the suggested, not recommended, 1% for establishments or companies employing at least 100 or more persons with disabilities. But we are pleased to inform the body that actually there are several partnerships with other private institutions wherein they are really keen on employing more than just 1% of persons with disabilities. So I think most of the laws were already mentioned. Now, when it comes to having a national ID, we are in favor of that as long as, and I think this is an important qualification, the logistics are properly set up, because as we raised before, the National Council on Disability Affairs, we do not have a nationwide presence. So if we will be the ones issuing that, then it will take longer. However, if it's an agency with a nationwide presence, then I think that would be a really good idea. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, NCDA. Can we go to the DOH, Director Manatad? What do you think of having a national PWD ID so that we can have a uniform system nationwide?
Good morning, Honorable Chair. Now for this national PWID, right now the DOH is maintaining the database as mentioned by our PDAO officer of the Quezon City. So we are getting into the data coming from the different regions, and we look at also, these are also very important database, especially for the DOH program and also for the local health sector. Now, having a unified national ID would really help us strengthen our database throughout the country, because right now, not all LGUs really are having a very good database and the PWDs. Now, with this national ID, all LGUs will be provided with technical assistance and all forms of resources.
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am. We go to League of Cities, wala. And League of Municipalities. DSWD. It's the DSWD here.
For that,
Attorney,
ma'am,
please.
we also follow the requirements of the law that we hire at least 1% of our employees are persons with disabilities. We also integrate projects just like the 4Ps to include persons with disabilities and even families that have persons of disability that are within their family, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Let's go to the next question. What are the necessary qualifications for PWDs to avail of their benefits, and how can these guidelines assist establishments in understanding their obligations? Also, what are some effective strategies or approaches that business establishments can employ to raise awareness among their staff about the rights and privileges of PWDs and to ensure proper implementation of the discounts and privileges? May we start with the PDAO Office of QC?
Your Honor, come again, Your Honor, sorry po.
Sorry, it's maybe first the qualifications for PWDs to avail of the discounts, and what are your strategies, or what do you do in Quezon City so that the businesses will be aware that they have to give these discounts?
For sure, Honor, Mayor Joy Belmonte, goal is inclusivity. So meron po kami regular na business summit, Your Honor, where all the stakeholders po sa business sector, business industry, ay ini-invite po, headed by the BPLD. And the persons with disability po, Your Honor, is one of the area of concern na na amin po tinatalakay. And also, because we have 7 PDAO offices, yung amin pong presence in different districts ay represented, no? And one of the strategy for us is really we are asking for their QC ID or their persons with disability ID in every programs, in availment of every programs and services of the Quezon City government. Like for example, we have the different ayudas or different programs of the various departments in Quezon City. It's the primary requirement, Your Honor, the QC ID of persons with disability. And one of our strategy, although we have the online application, we do verify all the documents uploaded to the QC services portal where we call the doctor, we call the hospital or clinics. And just if I may state that there are some medical certificates uploaded to our system which do not certify the type of disability, Your Honor. As per guidelines of the NCDA, Your Honor, and this is all across all PDAOs, na yung specialista po ang siyang mag-certify kung ano pong disability ng applicant, no? So, kung hindi po na naka-specify yung type of disability ng applicant, we really come to forward to really search the doctor and really search the hospital. Because we also recognize
then-
po na babalik sila sa doktor, babalik sila sa hospital, sisingilin na naman sila for that specific document. So that's part of our verification, Your
Ano-
Honor.
Interest lang. Ano yung number 1 disability?
Physical disability, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Yes po, followed by psychosocial. Psychosocial,
What physical?
physical, Your Honor, as guided by DOH, iba-iba po. Meron pong apparent and non-apparent. Your Honor, the apparent, ito po yung mga person in wheelchair, mga amputee. But meron din pong non-apparent disability or
Like?
yung musculoskeletal. No? Basta na-certify po sila, Your Honor, ng specialista na sila po or the stroke patient resulted to disability.
I thought that most of the abuse is in the eyes.
Your Honor, right now, as per
How many have you issued for eye disability?
just look, Your Honor.
Pag mayroong lang konting parang mga bulag sa pag-ibig.
Madam Chair, may I ask a quick question?
I will submit.
Mr. Chairman, in case, Madam Chair, in case we have a national ID system, right? If you put there, indicate there that you are a PWD or a senior citizen, then we don't need all the other IDs. Only one ID, kasi it would be easier for the agencies. If you have one ID, and you can tell all, you don't need to bring all the ID. So I think we should work on the national ID system that includes total di pa naman din na i-issue di ba? Tagal-tagal na ng national ID system na 'yon. Ilagay na lang natin doon using the database of the senior citizen and the PWD integrated with the national ID system. Para po hindi mahirapan yung mga agencies, even the national government will have a database. That's just a suggestion, Madam Chair.
I agree with that, sir. While that is a very good suggestion, and I'm sure a lot of us want that uniform system, I think there might be a little problem regarding those with temporary disabilities that I think there's a time frame or so, and maybe we can get the NCDA to comment on that. Well,
Yeah, Madam Chair, before she answers, also, I was intrigued by the app that Angkas, was it Angkas who showed that if all the, for example, Shopee, Lazada, all the apps also indicate the PWD and the senior citizen, if it's registered, then they don't have to bother every transaction checking if it's a senior citizen or PWD. So I think the requirement should be all apps with digital purchases should have a system where they can record the PWD and the ID, also the PWD. It's just another suggestion, Madam Chair. Thank you.
yes, sir, we will take note of that. And we will also invite the NEDA and the PSA in our next hearing so that they may answer queries regarding the uniform PWD ID and senior citizens ID. May we get, yes, the comments of NCDA?
Thank you, Your Honor. So I'll answer first the new recommendation. Actually, that's a welcome recommendation if it can be included in the national ID system. However, we do recognize the validity of the concern of Congressman Bel Zamora because, as defined, disability is long term. So there's a time limit. Actually, as per DOH, long term would be anything from 6 months onward. So perhaps to reconcile the two, how we can implement that is something that we can thrash out in perhaps TWG hearings so that we can give life to the suggestion without compromising the fact that we don't want people abusing it. Now, for example, they just have a very temporary disability and then they take it upon themselves to apply for this and then they will be enjoying the benefits for a long time. So something to know. Your Honor, should I also answer the other questions?
Yes, ma'am. But can I first acknowledge the attendance, the presence of Congressman Jose Bong J. Teves Jr. of TGP Party List. Good morning, sir. Okay, please go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. So to answer your earlier questions, as to the qualifications on how to avail the discounts, actually, once you have the ID, that's the only thing that the establishments need to look for. As long as you have the PWD ID card to present, you are entitled to the discount. So it's actually upon the agencies issuing the ID to determine whether or not a person is qualified for that ID. But since government IDs assume a presumption of validity, establishments really are supposed to honor them. However, we understand that there are instances wherein establishments have doubts as to the veracity of an ID. So for now, in the absence of an updated national database online that's easily accessible, as Ms. Debbie said, it's only QC that's 100% uploaded all their data to our national database. What we suggest to the establishments is in the meantime, if they want to verify it, don't check with the PWD of DOH because it's not completely updated. So it's possible that someone has a valid ID, but they're not yet in the system. So we don't want to prejudice these people. What we suggest is that they call the LGU issuing because the LGU would definitely know for sure if this is a legitimate ID. Now, as for strategies for businesses, as some suggestions, I think I noted this in the first hearing, there are actually available online training services on the website of NCDA. But other than that, if you want something more tailor fit to the kind of establishment that you have, you can reach out to us. We can have a MOA so that we can see how we can work together. Thank you.
Madam Chair,
Yes, sir.
I would just want to inform the body that I have filed a bill regarding the integration of senior citizens ID card. May super apps po ron na if you want to transact kahit anong government agency, meron lang kayo i-click, let's say DSIS, lalabas na po yung yung agency. At nakalagay po ron yung mga details ng isang senior citizen, kung kailan siya pinanganak, nandun po lahat ng detalye. At yan po, my bill is now pending with the Committee on Information and Technology, headed by Congressman Toby Chanco.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Okay, can I ask again, NCDA, what are the measures that establishments should take to ensure separate and accurate record keeping of sales to the PWDs?
Yeah, that's actually a very good question and something that we can work together with the private establishments. But perhaps it would be best if there would be a record specifically noting the discounts given per each month. Actually, I think I asked one of the attendees before, if I'm not mistaken, it's Cebu Pacific. Because he was my the Cebu Pacific rep was my seatmate during that hearing, and I did ask that question. He said that they do have that record, so perhaps it's something that all establishments can follow after. Thank you.
Pidao of QC.
Your Honor, for the establishment right now, we are finalizing the survey questionnaire for all the establishments. So nag-develop po kami ng survey questionnaire na i-forward po namin sa iba't ibang mga establishments on how many workers with disability do they have, and if they would like to avail the incentive that we're giving to the establishment in employing persons with disability, Your Honor. But right now, we do not have the specific data on how many transactions or how many persons with disability that the private establishments serve, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. MMDA, are you here? You
Good
want
morning,
to-
Your Honor.
I think you know my question.
Pardon me, Your Honor. I think I lost track of the question.
There's only one question. Do you have coding privileges for senior citizens?
Yes, Your Honor. We have
Oh.
coding privileges.
Really? So this guy can use his car any time of the week, any day of the week?
Your Honor, you have to apply for the
Oh, yan pala, hindi
privilege.
ka nag-a-apply. So that's welcome news. You're the only ray of hope in this room. Can you put that in writing? Is there any MMDA memorandum circular or something? Anything to that effect?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you mention it?
Not that I failed to note the particular
bet you-
specific
Sayang naman, kokoronahan kita ng...
Your Honor, but I can follow up with it
So what is the,
after the hearing, Your Honor.
if the driver is a senior citizen? Or there's a senior citizen in a high HOV?
When
Do you require a high occupancy vehicle? No.
No, Your Honor. As long as the driver presents an exemption signed by the chairman of the MMDA, Your Honor.
God. So, pumila kayo lahat dun. So, I think, I thought there's none, huh? So there is. Is that approved by the MMC?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, so it's approved by all the mayors of Metro Manila.
Yes, Your Honor.
So anytime, anytime they're exempted. Yes.
As long as they have applied and it was
Lagi akong
approved.
dinadakip eh.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
No. So that's enough for me. So can you just give me the MMC resolution?
Yes, Your Honor. I will follow up after the hearing, Your
What's
Honor.
your name?
I'm Attorney Joseph Salud, Your Honor.
You're from where?
I'm from the MMDA. I'm the chairperson of the PWD and Senior Citizens Focal Point
Also, that's very
Committee.
good. You're also focal person. So you're from what town, city, or what?
My father hails from San Juan, Batangas, Your Honor.
Okay, mabuhay mga Batanggenyo. So,
Mr. Chair, question lang.
wag mo na
Sa
questionin ang
MMDA.
libre ng...
No, MMDA lang. Because I
Sige, may I recognize very lost to use surnames. Magsaysay na. Aquino pa.
I requested to Chairman Artes, no, regarding the exemption for color coding for senior citizens. Ano nang nangyari doon? May action na ba?
Your Honor, there's no similar exemption for senior citizens, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
Kasi kailangan namin yun eh. Kasi kung minsan tinatakbo ka sa ospital o magpapa-check up ka, yun lang ang sasakyan mo. Kaya sinabi ko kay Chairman Artes, basta as long na may nakasakay na senior citizen sa sasakyan, kung pwedeng color coding exempt na lang.
That's noted, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Estela, can you... Akala ko ba meron? Wala pala. Meron ba?
Your Honor, just to clarify, the congressman was asking me about exemption on senior citizens, and there's no similar exemptions on senior citizens. However, I replied that there is exemption to PWDs.
Ayun.
Subject to application and approval by the chairman, Your Honor.
Can the committee request total ilan lang naman sila eh. Ilan ba sasakyan na merong I don't know, we will try, okay? So, can we make a request on behalf of the senior citizen? Most of them are congressmen anyway. No. We will i-try mo lang kung pwede.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
We are making the committee request if the same privilege can be afforded to senior citizens, subject to certain restrictions and eligibility acquisition.
That's noted, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. But that's welcome. Thank you very much. Ay, isa na lang hindi ko nakukuha, discount on parking kasi SM is always absent. No, but if they can give, why do we make it a bill?
Well, Mr. Chair,
Yes.
kasama ang transportation sa batas.
Kaya nga
Right, so-
pumayag NLEX, SLEX, SCTEX.
Pero that's, if you were to interpret the law, hindi ba dapat, I mean yung, kailangan mong
Can you
i-park yung sasakyan
pahanap
mo,
ka
right?
ng dictionary whether parking is part
Part
of
of
transport?
transportation.
No, we are looking for it. Or NCSC, can you make a clarificatory administrative order saying that parking is part of transport? Para hindi na namin lalagay sa batas. Wala ba?
Mr. Chairman, yung toll fees po, yung start toll fees, north.
Yeah, it's okay already.
Huh?
They, under our feed, whenever you buy our feed,
Uh-huh.
they will add 20% more.
Kasama na
O kasi pag babawas ka pa divided by 1.12, divided by 1.2. So ang suggestion namin, kasi di ba laging ginagamit. So when you buy your R feed, they just add 20% more. Yes, sir.
Clarification po, Chair. So, ibig sabihin pag bibili, pero ang dapat bibili yung senior citizen. Paano kung naka-rehistro sa hindi senior citizen? So, dapat rehistrado
Well,
dun sa...
problema mo na yan.
So, pangalan nga po, register dapat sa senior citizen.
Magpatanda ka muna.
Okay. Going back, Mr. Chair, doon sa implementation mechanism, kasi nabanggit po kanina, Mr. Chair, with respect to the use of the national ID.
Yes.
Hindi po pwede na automatic na po yon, na pag may national ID ka, naka-specify po yung edad po doon.
Minadali kasi yung national ID ang rollout eh. Kaya hindi na
But nonetheless, it doesn't really, Mr. Chair, kasi nakasulat na po yung edad po doon eh. So, we don't understand bakit kakailanganin mo pa ngayon na mag-present ng separate na ID na specifying that you are senior citizen.
Yes.
So, sir, may tanong ako. So, in other words, ginagamit niyo po yung booklet, chine-check ninyo kung sumusobra na ang pagbili ng gamot